Hello, my name is Bidoofs. In this one, I'm going to talk about how I buffed the awful gym leader, Brawly. Real quick, this is for my ROM hack, Pokémon Emerald Oops All Bidoofs, where all Pokemon look like Bidoofs but retain their original stats and typings. Download is in the description. Anyway, let's get started. The team I went with for him is Hisuian Sneasel with Poison Jab, Low Sweep, Sword Stance, and Ice Punch with Eviolite. This guy is definitely the MVP of this team and outspeeds essentially everything at this point in the game with a base speed of 115. It can take most hits and set up on most non-psychic mons. Honestly, before actually playing this, I thought I maybe made the gym too easy. This is not the case with this demon. Next is Scraggy with Thunder Punch, Bulk Up, Drain Punch, and Fling with Big Nugget. Big Nugget with Fling gives Scraggy a 195 base power physical move that the player has to figure out how to get around. Scraggy also revenge kills essentially any psychic type mon that tries to come in on Hisuian Sneasel. Next is the Little Cup Goat, Mienfoo, with U-Turn, Knockoff, Rock Tomb, and Brick Break with the Choice Scarf. This thing is really good at outspeeding most things, and also supporting the team by keeping up momentum with U-Turn or getting rid of items with Knockoff. Last, I have Brawly's Ace with Makuhita with a Sheer Force set with Arm Thrust, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Poison Jab with the Life Orb. Fun thing about Sheer Force is it negates Life Orb damage, so it's essentially a free 30% boost. The original Makuhita Brawly uses is easily his scariest mon, but being able to output this much damage really pushes it to the next level. Okay, so now that I've previewed his team, let's see how I beat it. Real quick for my rule set, I don't use items in battles, I don't overlevel the gym leader's level, and I only use the same amount of mons that they use. I open with Beautifly, and he opens with Hisuian Sneasel. I really need to slow this thing down if I'm going to beat it, so I paralyze it immediately with Sunspore. My Beautifly thankfully barely tanks an Ice Punch and is able to get it off. This allows me to get some damage off with Gust and switch to my Kadabra. I originally thought this would be easy because I figured Kadabra would easily outspeed and just one-shot with Confusion. This is not the case because it doesn't outspeed and is comfortably one-shot by Poison Jab. But after slowing it down, I can revenge kill the Sneasel with Kadabra. Next, the Scraggy comes out to avenge the Sneasel. I then pivot to my Azumarill on the Big Nugget Fling that I mentioned earlier. With the same type bonus, this is 195 base power, and I want to point out the second the Scraggy realizes he's not built for this. It's right about here. Let's play that again in slow motion, and you can see the exact frame he realizes this isn't going to be a good time. 195 base power, and it does 12 damage. I then spam Bubble Beam, and he goes for Bulk Ups. I'm hoping to get a speed drop so my Ralts can come in later and clean it up. My Azumarill gets off 2 Bubble Beams, and the Scraggy gets off 2 Bulk Ups. It then goes for Thunder Punch, and it does a total of 42 damage. I'm sorry, but this man right here is a fraud. He is +2 and using a super effective move, and it does nothing. I gotta imagine he's looking down on his fists, just wondering what happened. How did I get into this situation? What am I doing? Anyway, Azumarill is able to finish off the Scraggy, and next the Makuhita comes out. The Azumarill is able to get off some damage before going down, which brings out my closer Kadabra, which finishes off both his Makuhita and the incoming Mienfoo, who it easily outspeeds. Thank you and goodbye.